Nick, if you can, start off by talking to us about how you got your start in the oil and gas industry.
So when I graduated from Clemson, I graduated in finance and ended up moving to New York to work for Barclays, and I was placed actually randomly in debt capital markets covering nat res. And I stayed there for about 5 years. I ended up really enjoying the industry, and then I moved to UBS, and now I'm at Intrepid, still covering oil and gas.
So once you really got into your professional career, can you talk to us a little bit about the path that you took and what that was like for you?
Yeah, so I got placed into the debt group, which taught me a lot about that side of the balance sheet. And really, after 5 years, I wanted to try something different. And I had actually a former colleague of mine who worked at UBS who asked me to come over there and work in equity. So I started working in equity there, which I enjoyed, and it was really nice. And then I moved into M&A after that, and kind of, oddly enough, just stuck into the oil and gas business and really enjoyed it.
What about any risk that you can pinpoint maybe, or challenge that you faced that you were able to overcome in your career?
Yeah, I mean, the move to Intrepid was an interesting one because I came from two very large institutions where it was a really big, established global platform, and I moved to a kind of 35-person franchise that had been with people that are, really well established, but it was just a small firm and it wasn't, as big and built out. So definitely when I was moving there was some uncertainty around, do I feel like this is stable, the right opportunity for me? But ultimately it worked out great. We built a pretty sizable franchise at this point, which has been really fun to be a part of.
With knowing that and that part of your story, do you have any advice for younger professionals trying to find their way?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's been all about just trying new things. So I've never really stayed in a particular product or group for that long. I feel like there's really a lot of benefit to learning as much as you can. And I've worked for some great mentors and people, and that part to me is probably the single biggest piece. I mean, just always find the senior guys or folks that really make you better every single day and bring you into situations that kind of bring you to the next level. And that's kind of been the MO of my career, and I've really stuck to that.
What about work-life balance? That tricky question for
Yeah,
many.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, it gets easier with technology. It's like when I first started, we didn't really remote in, but it gets better every year. And I think part of it is just knowing when to be able to, what's important and what's not. And that just comes over time, and knowing, when you need to react and when you don't. So for me, a lot of it has been kind of making sure at the right moments I'm able to unplug. Otherwise, it just leads to burnout.
Mm-hmm. Good advice there. What about technology? If you can talk to us a little bit about maybe what you see and really how much it's changed the industry, or maybe continuing to change. A lot going on there.
Yeah, I mean, the industry is evolving really rapidly. I think part of it is people have to get more efficient in this commodity price environment. So every single company is looking at ways to cut costs, and technology, which hasn't historically been a huge piece of it, because at $100 oil, you made money in a lot of different cost structures. Mm-hmm. That has changed, and I think fundamentally changed the way management teams and businesses operate. So that will continue to happen, and I think it'll continue to make these businesses stronger and more efficient.
Well, we appreciate you sharing that story with us, and congratulations on this honor, Nick.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And for more on honorees like Nick, you can find that on heartenergy.com.